Hasn't started, has it yet? Oh, there we go. This is the Legends of Talia, Arcadia. And my bet is that we're almost finished. We just gotta slay this dragon, get a little epilogue, and I bet the game's over, sadly. Although I hope I'm wrong. I hope this game is like really long, and it'll be like epic journey that's massive. But I kind of doubt it. I think it's gonna be a short game. Let's just enjoy what's left. I'm enthusiastic to kill this dragon. I don't think I've ever been this enthusiastic to kill a dragon before. And it's in a visual novel game, no less. So let's see how it goes. When I inhale, I smell death. I smell death. Come on, man. It's a short game and it's a visual novel. Get your spelling correct. I can taste death too. Burning fat and flesh. The pig that I saw earlier this afternoon frolicking by the wells is lying on the ground. Its legs are stuck up in the air. Its eyes are glazed, fixed and unmoving, and its body is black. No! Piggy! Burnt to a crisp. No! I want to kill this dragon now. I turn my head, look around. There's nothing to see here, just destruction. Doom and gloom. People running, shouting, crying. They're not important right now. Where's the damn dragon? I mean, where's the dragon? Ah. It doesn't take me long to find it. Being a large, scaly lizard, it's hard to hide, especially in a small, tiny village like this. A small, tiny village. The dragon hovers in the air. Trophy urn, the dragon. We finally found him. Maybe it's the same dragon. Its eyes are wicked and yellow, like runny egg. No, they're not. They're red and they're pink. Like runny egg yolk. Its skin is dark black. The scales glisten beneath the moonlight like pieces of polished obsidian. Maybe its eyes turn pink and red when it's about to breathe fire. Maybe that's what it is. Its wingspan is large, perhaps 10, 12 meters across. I'm not sure. I've never been good at maths. That's why I'm bringing that up. Calculations aren't my strong point. You see, when I was in school, killing is. It might just be my imagination. Memories of Freycross running rampant inside my mind. But this dragon looks strangely familiar. It's the black scales, the yellow eyes, the long tail with a spiked barb on the end. It's a horned dragon. Just like the one that brought death and destruction upon Freycross. Is it the same dragon? I can't tell. I didn't get a good look at the dragon that attacked Freycross. I only saw its silhouette framed against the moon as it flew away. If it is the same dragon, it would be quite the coincidence. Maybe not a coincidence. Maybe it was a deliberate attack both times. But Fairside isn't that far away from Freycross. It takes a day for a person to travel between the two by carriage. It would take far less time for a dragon. Maybe its den is somewhere nearby? Let's wonder about this some more. I wonder. Perhaps this dragon flies south for the winter. But anyway, I don't have much time to stand here pondering. But you sure keep doing it, don't you? People push past me. Mothers cradle babies to their chests. Young children barefoot, run for safety. Old men pant, gasping for breath. These people are alive. What about those in the burning houses? Did the people in there manage to escape? The dragon surveys us from above. Its nostrils flare. Its tips is back its head. It's going to unleash plumes of flame. Another plume of flames. Yeah, you should have attacked it earlier instead of going on and on about math and the villagers and stuff. I need to try and reach the dragon before it can expel another burst of fiery breath. Yeah, don't explain it to me. Just do it. But it's suspended high in the sky, beyond my normal range. What can I do? Arcadia. Cecily. Do you need some help? What kind of help could you offer exactly? I do know how to use magic. Dragons have... Well, you put the fires out, bitch. Dragons have notoriously thick hides, even with your magical prowess. Stop talking. Just tell her to throw you up to the dragon. Another roar. The dragon looks angry. In my admittedly limited experience, dragons rarely look anything other than angry. These people around me scream. An elderly woman falls to the ground, out cold. That could have been avoided. A little boy ducks down and puts his hands over his ears, as though simply blocking out the sound will make all this go away. It won't, of course. That's wishful thinking. Still, I can't fault the boy for hoping. It's hard to hold on to hope. Damn it, this dragon's gonna kill everybody while you're thinking. When you live in an unforgiving world like ours, where everything you love and everything you care for can be wrenched out of your fingers in a matter of mere seconds. That's the harsh reality of life. Shut up! I wouldn't want to look at it either. Stop thinking and talk to the... Okay, even with your magical abilities. You said that already. I don't think you'd be able to injure the dragon. Magic rolls right off its scales. I know that's stupid. I've read about it already. I'm not suggesting that I'll go and kill the dragon. I just meant I can distract it for you. You're going to use yourself as bait? That's right. I'll hit it with a few spells and lure it onto the ground, and then you can deliver the finishing blow. Sounds good. It might take more than a few blows to kill it. There's no guarantee that you won't get hurt. That's a risk I'm willing to take. But why? Because of Celesta. Cecily's eyes burn with determination. The embers in her irises are even more pronounced than the flames engulfing her village. Okay, that's weird. She's already suffered enough, and I wasn't there to help her. They should show us that. They should show us the fire in her eyes. You know, come on. It's a visual novel. This time I'll change all that. I'll protect her because I love her. I'm going to do my very best. I don't know if this is the best option, but even if I tried to dissuade Cecily, I don't think she would listen. Also, you don't have another idea, let's face it. She's too stubborn. Headstrong. That's what I thought from the moment I met her. If she was willing to almost get herself eaten alive by a mandragora so she could capture me, then her resolve is nothing to be scoffed at. She might look soft and sweet, but she is really brave. But she really is brave. She's just as brave as any of the soldiers I had the duty of leading into battle in Gaddafi. Just like Eloise. Right. You run to the right of the dragon and fire some spells. Try to lure it further away from the village. Get the dragon down on the ground. I'll come from behind and dispatch it as quickly as I can. Huh? You mean you're actually going to go along with my plan? Why not? It's as good a plan as any. But I thought you say it's too dangerous. It is too dangerous. But you're not a little girl, and I respect your decision. I want to help you protect your village. You really are a talented mage. Ah? Cecily's face flushes light pink. Maybe it's from the heart of the burning buildings, but something tells me that it isn't. Cecily turns away. Trembles. And then, after a small pause, well, of course I am. I'm the very best. You can count on me, boss. Suddenly I'm boss? She gives me a very bright and warm smile. It's almost blinding. What? She likes me now? Or I hope it won't be her last. I guess I've won her over. I'm forgiven for my failings. Cecily is running. She charges to the right, her long skirt fluttering in the breeze. So does her hair. It billows about behind her like a shroud. She weaves a little closer to the dragon. It's still hovering in the air, surveying the small village of Fairside with bored disinterest. Its throat convulses. It shifts. Is it going to exhale another plume of fire onto the ground? But Cecily is there. She's too quick. She shouts, "Hey, where do you think you're looking?" It's a little impetuous, maybe, but it gets the job done. The dragon turns. It quirks its head, blinking its yellow eyes. No, pink and red eyes. This is all the opening Cecily needs. Damn it, match your descriptions with the picture. Can't you just color? Couldn't you just color the picture yellow? Like just color it yellow. Fighting fire with fire. Take this. She unleashes a barrage of magic on the dragon. Magic bullets. It's a rather simple spell, but it has a wide radius. It can be highly destructive if used correctly. They have a good range too. Cecily's magical assault makes contact with the dragon's hide. 3 of her shots hit its underbelly. The dragon throws back its head and roars. I don't think it's in pain, but it certainly isn't very happy. Perhaps it simply can't stand the thought that it was hit by a mere human. Dragons have quite a lot of pride, I think. They are large and imposing. Whenever they appear, people run away in droves, even those who know how to fight. Fighting is hard when your opponent is 10 times your size and has many unfair advantages. Also, sometimes when you... Okay, as if the wings aren't bad enough, there are claws and teeth, and... I know that. We know that. We can see the teeth. And the enchanted fire that never stops burning. Okay, fair enough. Dragons probably see us humans as nothing more than ants. Little insignificant creatures that should run away, and quick, or we'll be burnt to a crisp. As such, they don't really like it when these little insignificant creatures start fighting back. Okay. Can you stop explaining stuff and just move the story forward? The dragon rounds on Cecily. It spits fire from its gaping maw, but Cecily's too quick. Thank goodness she's too quick. She dodges each burst of flame. The ground alights about her, but she jumps and ducks and skids. She turns. You're not taking me seriously. And fires yet another round of magic bullets at the dragon. Jesus Christ, the fan service. One manages to hit the dragon's right eye. The dragon rears up, claws tenses, and lets out a deep guttural roar. A roar of pain, maybe? The dragon's eyes are the most vulnerable parts of his body. Everybody knows that. Thanks for telling us. They're not covered with scales, so there's nothing to protect them. But a single magic bullet isn't fatal. The dragon isn't even bleeding. One eye swollen shut. She gave it a black eye. It descends upon the night sky. Its large wings flap as it hovers, only a few inches off the ground. Now, I would think it would run away realistically. If a human gave me a black eye, I would run for it if I was a dragon. The dragon's so close to Cecily, it could reach out and swipe her with those sharp claws, or extend its long neck and take a bite out of her. It could eat her in one gulp. I wonder if Cecily's scared. How fast must her heart be beating? Maybe she's regretting her decision, but she doesn't back down. She can't. She jumps backward and fires another round of magic bullets. Pew pew pew! The dragon responds in turn, shielding itself with its wing. The bullets ricochet off the leathery wings and fan outward. Oh yeah, so it's not going to get hit in its other eye. One of Cecily's bullets hits a nearby tree, puts a hole clean through it. Another fires inches away from my head, just barely brushing my left ear. I'm bleeding. She really is powerful. Not powerful enough. If that dragon strikes, it could knock her head clean off her shoulders. I need to get in there. I have to protect her. I let my fingers rest against the hilt of my sword when... Cecily! A voice calls out from my shoulders, scared and confused. Familiar. I turn my head. It's Celeste. Damn it, don't get distracted. It doesn't matter what Celeste says. You need to go get the dragon. She's sitting on the ground. No, she's not. She's in her wheelchair. Her fingers fisted in her long pink hair. Her wooden chair is a few inches away and toppled over by its side. Come on, couldn't you draw that? One of its wheels spins fruitlessly against the dark sky. Alright, we gotta keep in mind, these are actors just reading for the characters. The actual character is not sitting in the chair. How did that happen? Did she exit her house upon hearing the dragon's roars? Maybe she overbalanced in panic. Or perhaps somebody bumped into her. I don't know. Under normal circumstances, the villagers of Fairside would fall over themselves to aid their village leader. But now they don't spare her a second glance. They're too busy running, screaming. Celeste is screaming too. Her eyes are wide open. Her mouth is contorted into an expression of pain. Cecily, please, you can't. That dragon is too powerful. That dragon? I frown at the strangely specific word choice. Does Celeste recognize the dragon? Is it really the same one that attacked Freycross? God damn it, just fucking fight. Stop. It doesn't matter right now. I wonder. Maybe that's why she looks so scared. Meanwhile, the dragon eats Cecily, as I was wondering about the stuff that Celeste was saying. The end. Cecily, please, run away. Don't get hurt for my sake. Damn it. Stop talking. I rest one hand on Celeste's shoulder. You're not going to talk to her, are you? You should know, better than anybody, that your sister won't run. God damn it, you're supposed to be attacking the dragon right now, and instead you're talking to the girl on the floor. Arcadia? Wait, you didn't notice me just now? Really? I nod. I thought you were locked away in a cell. Not anymore. But why? You didn't come to punish me, did you? You're not the one who let this dragon out to our village, are you? Don't be ridiculous, as if I could. I don't know. That dragon was at Freycross and now it's come here. It can't be a coincidence. Maybe you really can communicate with dragons. Maybe you plotted this whole thing from the beginning. She's getting hysterical. I need to try and calm her down. No, you don't. You need to fight the dragon, dummy. I didn't bring this dragon to the village. I swear, on my mother's name. Most of the people in Talia swear by the gods. Fat lot of good it ever does. Let me tell you something about gods. Blah, 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 blah. Since leaving Spinel, I've learned not to put my faith on nebulous beings I can't see. Oh yeah, she actually did decide to go on and on about the gods. Now let me say some more about the gods. Nope. Okay, finally we move on. If I put this dragon here, I wouldn't be trying to kill it. You are? That's right. I want to protect you and your village by having a long conversation with you instead of killing the dragon as the dragon eats your sister. But why? But we were going to kill you. Is this really the best time to start questioning this, Celesta? Literally, your sister's about to die. How can I trust you? You just have to believe in me. I like having long conversations instead of fighting dragons. Cecily is fighting hard, so I want to fight with her. That's why I'm having this long conversation with you. Were you the one who put Cecily up to this? You should know she'll never be able to defeat a dragon. She's not strong enough. It's a suicide march. Cecily wanted to fight it on her own. You should have stopped her. So first you let my parents and my grandparents die, and now you're trying to kill my sister? You should run. Cecily, run while you still can. Cecily won't run. She's far too stubborn. Nothing you could say would change her mind. But why? I don't understand. Because she wants to protect you. Because she loves you. It doesn't matter how much she loves me. She'll never be able to win. Then it's a good thing she has me. Ah, you. Are you really going to save her? No. Cecily doesn't need saving. She's not a damsel. Thank you for explaining this. Right now, she's a brave warrior. Just like the soldiers who fought with me at Kadath. All she needs is a bit of backup. No warrior, no matter how good, oh Jesus Christ, can go against impossible odds like this on their own. I have help. Who's helping you? Is it Cecily? Please explain this over the course of 10 more paragraphs. But first, I should probably help Celesta. Yes, you probably should. You probably should have done it 100 sentences ago, like 1 hour ago. Here you go, Miss Village Leader. What are you doing? What does it look like? I take Celeste's body in my arms. She's heavier than she looks, and I don't say that. But I don't say that. Women don't like to be reminded how their bones are hollow like birds. Oh my god. Women like to be told that they are skinny. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Despite all the fire and the death and the destruction that surrounds us, Celeste smells faintly of strawberries. It's soft and comforting. I sniff her hair gently. That's it. That's her. Jesus Christ. Keep your pants on, girl. I try to handle her as carefully as I can. I don't want to hurt her legs. But given the chaos erupting all around us, the pain might be the last thing on Celeste's mind for once. There. I right Celeste's fallen chair and sit her back down on it. You should try and get to safety. But Cecily, like I said, she'll be fine. Don't worry. How can I not worry? She's my sister. That dragon won't harm a single hair on her head. I promise. And are your promises really worth all that much? Celeste looks at me. Her eyes are narrowed. I don't think she trusts me, and with good reason. I abandoned her 12 years ago. I let her down. I won't do that again. I'll make this promise matter. I'm nothing else but a woman of my word. I unsheath my sword and stare down at the dragon. I'm going in. It's time to end this once and for all. And so I charge. Fingers against my sword hilt, I run. I dodge. A sweep from the dragon's tail, which pulverizes a pine tree a few inches to my left. The tree creaks ominously and falls to the ground with a loud thud. The whole ground shakes. One of Cecily's stray magic bullets whizzes through the air. It hits the head of the fallen pine tree and it catches on fire. But I can use this. I scale the side of the felled tree, running up the trunk. Oh snap. Here we go. Finally. Jesus Christ. I can see Cecily. She's still facing against the dragon. Yep, she's been doing it for a while you were having a long conversation. But she looks worse for the wear. Yeah, I bet she does. There's ash in her hair. And the smuts of dirt on her cheeks. The dragon swipes at her. She dodges. It rears back, inhaling, ready to spit yet more fire at her. Everything's on fire. I hope Celeste's safe. No. I can't think about her now. Yes, that's right. You have to focus, dummy. I can't think about anything else other than the dragon. The dragon has managed to hem Cecily in against another fallen tree. There's nowhere for her to run, other than the dragon's teeth and claws. She's put up a good fight. She faced against it for almost a minute. No, I think it was a bit longer than a minute. It was that whole damn conversation you had. When pitted against the dragon, most people don't last 3 seconds. It must be a mark of how much she loves Celeste, how much she loves her village. I myself have no particularly strong feelings about Fairside, but I do have some wrongs I've committed in the past I need to put right. Yes, hurry up. I can't abandon yet another village, not to the same dragon. Not after I promised Celeste. So I jump. The dragon doesn't notice at first. It's too focused on Cecily. That's why the plan works so well. I land on the dragon's back. I run up its long, thick neck, stepping over the spines that protrude from its scaly skin. The dragon realizes there's something wrong. At this point, it roars and shifts itself, trying to rid itself of this irritating parasite. I dig my sword into its back and hold on tight. It sways back and forth. If I wasn't clinging for dear life, I'd be thrown off. Cecily uses this moment, to her advantage. You haven't defeated me yet. She fires yet another barrage of magic at the dragon. I think she hits its eyes. Vulnerable and unprotected because it roars again. The dragon expels a plume of fire from its mouth, smoke from its nostrils, and slams its claws against the ground, churns up the earth. But blinded by Cecily's magic missiles, it misses its mark. The fire doesn't singe Cecily. Instead, it goes over her head, hitting some of the trees that line Fairside Village. Little Oak Forest is burning. That's none of my concern. There's more than enough forest where that came from. Let it burn. I pull my sword out of the dragon's thick hide. My sword is covered in blood. Dragon's blood is a useful item, used in a lot of elixirs, but it's very expensive. That's because it's so hard to come by. I could make a lot of money if I bottled this. Let me think about that for a while. You see, dragons... But that's just an idle thought. Yes, it is. Stop it. I have to kill it first. I charge up the dragon's neck, onto the head. It shifts, and one wrong move, one out of place, would send me falling to the earth, onto the earth, or into the dragon's waiting maw. I need to end it now. I want to give Celeste a reason to trust me again. A reason to believe. In Talia, where there's precious little to believe in, having a hero is one of the only things that can get you through the day. So I strike. I dig my sword into its right eye. Oh, come on. That's not a picture of you digging your sword into its right eye. Not the one Celeste blinded with her magic missile. And thrust down hard. Yeah, it's gonna be blind after this, right? I feel a resistance at first, but I keep pushing. Then there's a pop. The dragon's right eye bursts into a shower of viscera. This fluid sprays everywhere, like a frog spawn. Or like frog spawn. Globs of it stick to my cheeks, my forehead. It's all in my hair. I'm not one to care much about personal appearance. It's difficult to keep well groomed when you're so often on the road. But even I have limits. It's disgusting. Yucky, yucky. Still, I don't stop. I keep my fingers wrapped around the hilt of my sword and plunge it deeper and deeper yet. The dragon thrashes and writhes beneath me, screeching in pain. I don't pay it any heed. I don't feel any sympathy. The beast has done enough damage to Fairside already. It deserves everything it gets. My blade pierces through the eye, right through the beast's head. I manage to work the blade through the roof of its mouth, where it pokes out from the folds of bright pink flesh like an extra tooth. Sharp and glittering, deadly. The dragon howls. It writhes, it's in pain, and it's bleeding, and now it's blind too, but it's still alive. Che! Tenacious bastard. It's hard to bring these down. The dragon bucks. I'm flipped from its back. I fall through the air. My body hits the ground with a loud thud. I curl up on myself, wincing, but there's no time for that. I can't let myself lie there, dazed and winded. I need to move. I roll away, and not a moment too soon. One of the dragon's clawed feet slams down against the earth. Hard. Right where my head was a mere 2 seconds ago. The dragon rocks and writhes, roars. It doesn't breathe fire, though. Maybe it can't, with the sword wedged through the roof of its mouth. Its teeth are sharp and glittering, even in the moonlight. Large drops of bright red dragon blood, worth 10 gold guilders a pop, rain down on me. I avoid them. Dragon's blood, much like dragon's fire, can burn. But you already have a bunch all over you. Arcadia! It's Cecily. She runs toward me, avoiding a sweeping blow from one of the dragon's claws. She's at my sides, quick as a flash, and reaches out a hand, helps me up. Are you alright? I'm fine. Oh, I like how they closed one of her eyes. They finally did, like, something a little weird. Like, at least they're indicating, like, a little bit that she's not that great right now. That's what I say, but my head is ringing. I think I must have hit the ground at an awkward angle. At least I haven't broken any bones. You shouldn't be worrying about me right now. Oh, her eyes opened again. But you're hurt. I'll live. And so will the dragon if we don't do anything. You need to stop it now, while we still have a chance. Stop it? Me? Yes, you. Only you can do it. But I can't. I've done everything I can. And I thought you were a stubborn girl. I didn't realize the word can't was in your dictionary. But aren't you going to save your village? To save your sister? I am, but I don't see what I can do. I do. Cecily's hair is disheveled. Her clothes are tattered and torn. Her cheek is cut open and is bleeding slowly, but she hasn't been defeated. Not yet. Do you have any powerful ice magic? Yes, but... Then use it. What? Use it on the dragon, dummy. Quick, while it's still confused. But it'll just bounce off with its scales. Then don't aim at its scales. Aim at its mouth. The mouth? Cecily frowns, her brows furrowed. Very slowly, realization dawns. She finally figures it out. Dragons can't stand cold. If I fill its mouth with ice, the shock might just be enough to fell it. That's right. If anybody can do it, you can. But you're the brave warrior, not me. And Fairside is your village. It's your duty to protect it, and... I point upwards toward the dragon's head. My sword is still stuck in the roof of its mouth. I can't do much like this. I'm relying on you. Well, if you need me then... Cecily swallows. She eyes the dragon. It towers above her, its wings large and scaly, its claws deadly and sharp, but she doesn't falter. Instead, she takes a step forward. Pew pew pew! Cecily's whole body starts to glow, its magical aura, energy, it pulses off of her. Instantly, the temperature seems to drop by 10 degrees, and that's why there's so much fire all around, because the temperature is dropping. I tremble. Hey, you! You've tormented me and my family long enough. It's time for me to put an end to this. The dragon turns, still roaring in pain. His mouth is open wide. A perfect target. I won't show any mercy. And Cecily unleashes her magic. Jesus Christ, the fan service. It isn't... I need to apologize for this drawing. This is just fucked up. This game is like a little bit fucked up. It isn't a few simple snowflakes. It's a veritable barrage of ice. A thick, almost impenetrable wall. This picture right here is just... Oh my gosh. The ice flies through the air in huge, thick chunks. They buffet the dragon's side. Several of the ice shards hit true, and they fly into the dragon's open mouth, choking it. The dragon reels, still bleeding, slowly dying. It staggers. It's alive, but the sudden shock of cold now invading its body must be cooling its blood. Its body temperature will be dropping. It can't survive much longer. And this is for my sister. Cecily sweeps her hand through the air. Yet another ice projectile is shot towards the roaring, crying, dying lizard. This projectile is thick and long, shaped like a spear, with both ends tapering off into sharp points. The dragon glances upward, dazedly. It tries to move its large, lumbering body out of the way of the ice spear, but it's too late. It's lost too much blood, and it can't move away in time. It can't escape. Oh shit, we got to see it! I mean, it's not perfect, because the sword should be there, but let's take what we can get. Not bad. Also, they forgot to make the dragon's eyes yellow again, but we'll take it. The ice spear strikes true. Yeah, it's not a spear. It's like a giant icicle, like a giant icicle lightning bolt. So, it's good enough. It impales the dragon's head. It runs right through piercing the brain. The dragon teeters, it shakes, it sways, and then with an almost anticlimactic hiss of pain, it pitches forwards. The dragon's head slams against the ground, still leaking blood. It flops to the earth, and its wings land atop its fallen body like the leaves of a book. Yeah, I play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, but I've never killed an actual dragon. I don't really want to though, but I'm happy to have done this one. I'm sure I've probably killed a dragon in a video game, but I can't remember one that was built up as well as this one. It doesn't stir. It doesn't move. It's dead. Trophy earned. Victory! I'm kind of happy. I'm happy with the ending. You might expect in a game called Arcadia that Arcadia would get to kill the dragon, but I was happy that Celestia got to do it. Arcadia. Celesta wheels toward me on her chair. Her eyes are bright with admiration. Her irises are filled with flickering embers. Arcadia, I was wrong. I'm sorry. She sniffs. Maybe it's because of the strong smell of burning. I'm embarrassed to admit that I'm crying a little bit. I don't know why. It's the music and like the redemption and the apology. There's something just lovely about this. I don't know. Embarrassing to say. Guilty pleasure. Maybe it's because of the strong smell of burning that hangs in the air. Celeste's eyes very pale blue, just like her sister. Nope, purple. Are fringed with some of the most marvelous lashes I've ever seen. Stop staring at her eyelashes. You really are a hero. I'm not really. But you saved my life. You saved my village. I couldn't have done it without your sister. She's the one who really killed the dragon, obviously. But we... Celesta sniffs. She wipes her eyes with the back of her arm. We captured you. We were going to kill you. It's not the first time it's happened. But I turned against you. I stopped believing in you. Because I turned against you first. I know I should focus on Cecily and the other villages. And the other villagers put out fires. I know I should focus on helping Cecily and the other villagers put out the fires. But right now I need to talk to Celesta. This conversation has been long overdue. 12 years overdue, in fact. I don't think I should apologize for what happened to you in Freycross, because that was unfortunate. I didn't lead the dragon to your village. I never wanted to attack you, but I could have helped you, and I didn't. I thought aiding you would be too much hassle, and I'd already written you off for dead, so I left you. I left you to die. I left you to die. At the time, I told myself that was the kindest thing to do. I thought you wouldn't last the night. I understand just how stubborn you were. Well, Cecily must have inherited it from somewhere. I pause. I'm not used to talking so much. Conversations have never been my forte. I prefer short, snappy sentences. Orders, commands. That's how it was in the army. But inspirational talks, meaningful discussions, heartfelt apologies, I'd rather not. There's a lot of things I'm not good at. I just happen to be very, very good with my sword. A lot of people seem to think that makes up for all my other weaknesses. Nobody knows me as Arcadia, the poor public speaker. I'm always Arcadia the Great Warrior. It's funny how that works. I couldn't leave you and your people to suffer once more. I know that now, and while I know apologies don't have much worth, I'd like to think my actions can speak for me. I hope I was able to make it up to you, Miss Celesta, even if that was with violence. It's the only way I know how. Celesta sighs. She cups her cheeks with her hands. You're even cooler than I imagined. Cool? Celesta isn't the only one fawning. The other villagers too are approaching me. Old men and women, mothers and fathers, young children. They're all coming to look at the great warrior hero. Never mind that their village is still burning. Evidently, I'm more important. That's insane. You guys, we have to be putting out the fire right now. Never mind that they were going to watch me be executed tomorrow. I guess that's just water under the bridge now. I think I misread that. Water under the bridge now. Who is that? Arcadia. Is it really the one who fought at Kadath? The one who saved Amaranth Village? The one who worked as a warrior priest? The real Arcadia? In the flesh? She saved us. She killed the dragon. No, I didn't. And the people started to cheer. I did help though, but Celestia did it. Wait, is that her name, Celestia? Do I have that right? No, Cecily did it. Cecily. Why am I saying Celestia? Because I'm bad with names. They surround me in a circle. They surround me in a circle? Yeah, that makes sense. With Celesta at the forefront in her wheelchair. They all want to have a word of wisdom or encouragement or autographs. One woman even asked me to bless her child. I brushed her away. I'm no longer affiliated with the church. I have no authority to bless anybody. Oh, where are our manners? Forgive us. Celesta holds one hand up, calling for silence. Obediently, the villagers quieted. We shouldn't be asking for favors from you. Favor us from you. It should be favors, right? Favors from you. You already did so much for us, after all. Instead, Celesta looks up at me imploringly. One hand rests on her chest. Is there anything we could do for you? How about you guys help me put out the fire, your burning village? I shake my head. Maybe they just gave up and they're just like, fuck it, the village is burnt. Really? Nothing at all? Celesta almost sounds almost desperate now. I need to apologize somehow. I have to. After plotting against you, as leader of Fairside, I must... But I shake my head again. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But being able to prove my worth was more than enough of a reward. Everybody in Talia calls me a hero, but I haven't felt like much of one for a while. All I do is fight and kill. Is that really so heroic? But this night, I think I finally did something worthy. I protected Celesta. I fought alongside Cecily. And I helped save this village. I don't know if it will get added to my ever-expanding legend. Fairside Village is too small. I can't imagine many people here have heard of it. Oh, many people have heard of it, sorry. I can't imagine many people will care that it will continue to live for another day despite the odds. But I care. Heroes shouldn't fight because they want acclaim, or recognition, or rewards. They should fight because they know deep inside their hearts that they're doing the right thing. That they're making a difference. What other reason is there to pick up a sword? It's the only reason I need, but it's lamentably hard to come by. I'm just glad, for once, I was able to save some people who really truly needed it. When I wake up the next day, the sun is shining. Birds are chirping. I hear them outside my window, merrily hopping about in the trees. The ones that didn't get singed last night, I mean. After the dragon was slain and the fires were finally put out, Cecily and Celesta led me back to their home. Fortunately, it hadn't been damaged by the dragon's fire, though it did smell of smoke. It still does, actually. Cecily told me there was a small room upstairs I could stay in overnight. Now, with the arrival of morning, I feel refreshed. I can't remember the last time I slept with my head against a pillow and actual sheets about my body. clean, spotless sheets that smelled faintly of lavender. I sit up in my bed, my hair cutting in a tangle about my face, and inhale. I can smell something delicious, something beyond the faint floral aroma of lavender. I think it's my pillow I think my pillows are stuffed with the flower. It's supposed to be medicinal. Jesus, where did she get this outfit? Was this in her bag? I don't know why I'm not thinking about the fan service, but I want to mention the fan service again. See, I'm a little exhausted from all the reading, so I'm not even thinking about the fan service, I'm just reading. But yes, the fan service, come on. Inappropriate. Food? Is somebody cooking? How domestic. With a stretch and a yawn, I remove my nightgown, loaned from Cecily. Okay, yeah, so she got that from Cecily. Jesus Christ, of course she did. And get dressed. I brush my hair, and then I pad my way downstairs. I enter the kitchen. Like my bedroom, it's another small square wooden little room that smells of cooking and the early morning. Cecily is standing by the stove, nudging something with a wooden spoon. The sunshine spills in through the window. It's yellow, like melted butter. It catches in her hair, spills at her face. Cecily hums under her breath as she cooks and taps her right foot against the ground. Oh shit, I just realized I have the air conditioner on. I hope that it hasn't messed up the audio too badly. I'm about to turn it off now. Turn off. There we go. Can you hear me better now? Did I mess up that whole video? I hope you could hear me alright. I'm sure, yeah, I hope I didn't mess up the audio of the game with the humming of the air conditioner. Anyway, Cecily hums under her breath as she cooks and taps her right foot against the ground. She really does look pretty. Beautiful, even. And to think, only yesterday this girl said she was going to kill me. She was determined, grimly so, to have me executed in front of the whole village. Yes, don't forget about that. She looks far happier now. I don't think being murderous would be a good career choice for such a fiercely loyal, protective girl. Don't underestimate her. Celesta, meanwhile, is sitting at the table, still in her wheelchair. She turns her head and smiles when she sees me, clapping her hands together. Arcadia, so you're still here. Why wouldn't I be? I thought maybe you'd run away in the night. Cecily warned me you might do that. Oh, she did she? Cecily sticks out her tongue playfully. I sigh. That was a while ago. My days of running are over now. I'm getting too old for it. You don't look old to me. You'd be surprised. Cecily told me about that too, but I can't quite believe it. Cecily. I shoot another little glare at my hostess. Why has she been telling Celesta all my secrets? And when did she get the chance anyway? Did the two of them cuddle up together beneath the sheets last night, swapping stories about me while I slept? I feel my fingers curling into fists reflectively. Don't get jealous of the sisters that are housing you and being your hosts. But then I stop. Reconsider. It's a nice, peaceful morning. I don't want to spoil it. Yes, good idea. Why don't you sit down? Cecily's going to serve the food soon. What's she making? Pancakes! Jesus Christ. It's just that... Okay, never mind. We have lots of toppings, too. We have some sugar and a bit of honey, and I think we have a few strawberries. I'm pretty sure this is the epilogue, but I'm wondering if the game is just going to go on. I kind of want the... I think I really want the game to go on, but I think I know this is the end. And I'll be a little bit relieved if this is the end, which I'm pretty sure it is, because this game has exhausted me with all this reading. Pancakes. How nostalgic. That takes me back. My mother used to make pancakes for me when I was a young girl. She made many more things besides. Muffins, cookies, cakes, flaws, tarts, but pancakes were one of her specialties. Let's talk some more about other things that my mother liked to cook. That was a long time ago. Oh, you've gone rather quiet. Yep, I like to think in my head and become quiet and waste time. That's what I do. Don't you like sweet foods? If not, you can always have your pancakes them with lemon juice if you want. I think they were going to put them or pancakes, and then they accidentally put both. Alright, let's just move on. No, it's fine. I like pancakes. Really? Really? I'm a human being. I like pancakes, bitch. You're not just saying that to be polite. Oh my god. How long does this conversation have to go on about pancakes? I like to think I'm an honest woman. How quaint. I didn't think of you, of all people, would like sweets. Why not? It doesn't seem to suit your image. Okay. I'm a bit sick of my image, quote unquote. Then don't worry about it. For now, just think that you're eating amongst friends, not fans. I have limited experience with friends, but I don't think friends often own woodcuts of each other. I'm going to get rid of it. You are? Yeah, I mean... Celeste drops her gaze. She pokes the tips of her index fingers together coyly. I don't need it. I've already met the real thing. And you really are cool. Much, much cooler than I ever imagined. Well, thank you very much. I'm a little interested in what Celeste's woodcut of me actually looks like. Most woodcuts aren't very flattering. They're done hastily, but people without real skill, and without the money needed to buy the right tools. I've seen a few artists' impressions of me in the past, and they all look decidedly lopsided, and that's putting it charitably. Doesn't help that most of these artists have never actually seen me before. Oh my god, shut up. We don't care about the woodcut. I mean, I kind of want to see it at this point, but I don't, because I can't stand listening to her. They just whip up some vague interpretation of what they think I look like. Also, let me tell you some more stuff about woodcutters. Blah blah blah. They usually make my jaw look squarer than it is, my hair shorter, my nose bigger. Also, you know, woodcuts are made of I don't know why there's such a correlation between being a warrior and being exaggeratedly masculine, but there you go. Woodcutters, they're always like messing stuff up, and okay, that's life. I sit at the kitchen table beside Celeste as she beams. For a few moments, the two of us just sit in companionable silence. The smell of the pancakes and the sound of the cooking fill the room for a while, until... Alright, they're ready. Cecily plates up the pancakes and serves them to me. They look nice, soft and fluffy. I dig my fork into one of them and break off a piece. I bring it to my mouth. The whole while, Celeste watches me with bated breath. Her eyes are big. I hope I like them. Cecily put a lot of effort into cooking these. I don't want to disappoint her. I chew, swallow. How are they? And then, I smile. It's a small smile. Most of my smiles are small, but it is a smile nonetheless. It's a rare expression coming from a stoic woman like me. I hope Cecily appreciates it. Jesus Christ. Just tell her you like the pancakes, bitch. It tastes good. Yay! Cecily grins and claps her hands together. I'm glad you like them. My sister is one of the best cooks in Fairside. And the best maids, too. You really are talented. Oh, it's nothing. Cecily giggles coyly and runs a hand through her hair. So, what do you want to eat them with? I think Celeste ran through all the toppings already. I'm sorry, we can't offer more. It's fine, I think I'll have honey. Then I'll go fetch it. Cecily rummages about in the cupboard before returning. She sets the jar on the table. Oh my god. Couldn't the jar just have already been on the table? I thank her and cover my pancakes liberally with honey. The three of us eat together. Who puts honey on their pancakes? Inappropriate. You're supposed to use syrup. Maybe they should have syrup, right? If they have honey, they should have syrup. Well, it doesn't matter. The three of us eat together companionably for a while. Celeste gets some butter smeared on her cheek, and Cecily reaches forward to wipe it off with her handkerchief. You know you don't need to baby me like that, Celeste pouts. I am a grown adult, and I'm the head of the village. I know, but I can't help it. Because you think I'm weak? Because you're my sister, silly, and I love you. Cecily pokes the tip of Celeste's nose. Celeste scowls and tries to look away, but she doesn't bat Cecily away. Cecily smiles, leaning back in her chair, and lets her hand fall to her lap. She ponders. You know, I was thinking something, sis. What? You look an awful lot more relaxed than you have done in a while. Like you seem a lot happier. Of course I'm happy. Our village is safe. The dragon is dead. I know. It's more like... You look free. Free. Yeah, like some burden has been lifted from you. Well, now that you mention it, my legs do feel a lot better than they have in a while. Really? Yeah, it's like ever since last night, they haven't been hurting. Not as much. I still can't move them, but the pain, I think it's starting to fade away little by little. That's amazing. Oh, I want her to walk at the end. Come on, we gotta have Celeste walk. It is. I thought I'd suffer for the rest of my life. I'd already consigned myself to that fact, but maybe it'd be like an ableist fantasy to have Celeste walk. Maybe it's better not to. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Celeste looks down at her legs, encased in a mint green fabric. I didn't want to say anything in case it was a coincidence. Sometimes my pain ebbs and flows. It's never constant, but this time, maybe. It would be nice if it could go away for good. I've heard rumors about that in my travels. Rumors? What rumors? Most people know the fire of horned dragons is enchanted. When it hits its targets, it never recovers. Trees wither and die. Afflicted earth kills everything that tries to grow within it. People's injuries never stop hurting. They're forced to live with the pain forever, but... I've heard tales. This is i.e. They actually left the V off. Heard tales that if the horned dragon that attacks you dies, be it through natural causes or because it was killed, then the spell will be broken. Though your legs will never be fully functional, maybe the pain will finally stop. Then you'll be able to live a normal life. You won't have to suffer anymore. I've never heard anything like that before. Like I said, they're just rumors. Few people who've been attacked by a horned dragon live to tell the tale. And I imagine far fewer live to see the day their tormentor perishes. Dragons have long lifespans after all. Jesus Christ, this is too long. I actually have to stop the video. That's far, far longer than any human. Alright, I gotta stop the video here, and we'll finish this in the next video, hopefully.